So we're going to talk about snails today. They attack all kind of plants, and everyone have probably heard about African giant snail or giant African snail in Florida. It was invasive species. It would transfer human diseases. Now it's under control, but we are seeing other kind of insect that could be invasive species like that. Other than possibly transferring human diseases, major plant damages snails do is they chew and eat in the plant leaf that affect the plant growth and development. You will see a variety of insects. They come in different color, different shapes, different sizes. As these insects don't prefer any specific plant, you will see these snails all over the plants, all kind of plants. So today we are talking about a specific kind of snail that is called horntail snail. It is native to India and it is found throughout the Asia. And it is called horntail because it has this pointed fleshy protrusion. You can call it caudal horn at the tip of the tail. The snail can survive up to 4 years. They lay 45 to 900 eggs when they are almost 4 months, and they copulate at the time of rain event, and they can reproduce in a pretty good rate. And whenever there's a damp situation, you'll find these snails more. They like to hide inside the wet areas, damp areas in the summer conditions. And they are more active at the night time than during the daytime just because it's more cooler at night time. So when you're trying to control these snails, you should scout your wet areas more often and try to apply your uh, pesticide on those areas. This is the early morning picture where you see this the path they created when they were active at night, and when you go early in the morning you will see those paths that are created by these snails. So the common management strategies for the snails are manual removal of the snails, or physical remover, quarantining your plant material to make sure it's snail free. These are most commonly used strategies, but there are some chemical alternatives like metaldehyde is commonly used, pesticides for snail control, but only the issue is it is pretty toxic material. It is very harmful to your dog or when you're breathing, so you need to make sure you're using proper equipment and you're safe. Generally, they are hand released, just like this guy is doing. You can use a spreader too sometime if you want a more uniform distribution, but sometimes you need to have a right setting on this spreader. If you go to the field after a few days of application, you will find this dead snails that the fleshy part will not be there, and you'll find only the outer cell hanging in there. So metaldehyde is very commonly used pesticide. Iron phosphate is another one. These two are pretty standard pesticide, and I'm just trying to do some mason jar test, exposing these snails that I collected from the field and putting them inside the metaldehyde and let it stay for 24 hours, and I'll come back and see if this metaldehyde killed these snails or not. And the next day when I open it, it really killed these snails. Everything was dead and it smelled really bad. So as I said, they're pretty toxic material. Just you have to be very careful when you're applying these products, but at least we know the product works. It's just about the timing and the exposure of these snails to applied pesticides. And that's all for today. We have, I think, pretty limited information on this pest. There's some information that the University of Florida has generated on the snail, but I hope we'll find more information as we move further. Thank you very much for watching this video.